Hello, hello. So something magical happened yesterday that I have to share with you because it's super powerful. I know it's going to be really powerful for you to feel into, to use moving forwards. I basically yesterday managed to completely delete, get rid of, release the speed bumps along the road. And when I say that, you're probably imagining that I mean that metaphorically, but I actually don't mean it metaphorically. As crazy as it might sound, yesterday, literally there is a long road quite nearish to me that has about 20 massive like speed bumps on it, right? Actually physical big speed bumps on the road where you have to slow your car down. You have to like work out how you're going to maneuver around them because some of them are like so high. My car is like a tiny little silly two-seater, like really low suspension car where I've got to be really careful going over them, all of that, right? And so of course, every single time I drive down that road, I'm aware that I've got to be really kind of mindful of these speed bumps. Yesterday, I was driving to over to Coventry, so about an hour away for a training day. And I managed to drive down that road and I had basically deleted the speed bumps. They weren't there anymore. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that and how I did that. Because I know you're going to see the power in being able to use this sort of thing for you to be able to tune in to a place inside yourself where you can literally physically change your external reality in a way like that. What sounds completely crazy, but let me explain. So basically I started my day, as I do with pretty much every single day, by doing an activation, a meditation. I, at different points in the day, do different types of meditation and also hypnosis activations. I do my own activations that I create, which are hypnosis meditative activation audios. And yesterday morning, I did one that was a brand new one that I just created for myself. And I created it for a few clients who are right at that, like literally have worked with me enough and have been through a number of iterations of their own kind of journey of awakenings and of activations. So they were truly ready for a new up-leveled version. And so I was listening to my own new activation, which was a much shorter one. Usually they're longer than this, but it was only a 7-minute one. And I was feeling the serious power, like, oh my gosh, I was totally tuned in. I was totally in alignment, which is the whole idea of it, right? This is literally the work I do. I could feel in each of my energy centers, the beautiful openness, the power, the energy moving through me, and feel that wonderful like field of energy around me, of creation, of manifestation, of like limitless possibilities. I was feeling all of that. I was in that beautiful energy. And then after that, as I'm called to do sometimes, something in me was like, do your love list, Joe, do your love list. So basically my love list is something I do every single day, every single night before I go to bed. I get my love list or my love kind of journal out of my bedside drawer and I write down my love list. But also every now and again, I'm called to do it at different points in the day. And for some reason, yesterday morning, I was called to do it yesterday morning. And so I went and got my love journal, got it out, and I started writing my love list. And now my love list, and this is something I want you really just to take on and start to notice. I'd invite you to give this a go for yourself. My love list it's like, it's like gratitude list, or whatever you want to call it. But it is not limiting me or my clients who I kind of share this with. It's not limiting us to the past. It's not limiting us to time at all. My love list, in the way that I write it, incorporates the sole truth that time doesn't really exist in this linear way that our human mind believes it does in this 3D reality. That fundamentally, time is something I can just completely like play with and have fun with. And so when I write my love list, I don't only write things that absolutely have apparently already happened in external reality or happened in the past. Like I love that I had I love that I had a wonderful cup of tea this morning, right? I might write things like that, and I absolutely do, but I also write things that I trust. And when I say trust, it means just because I've decided to, that they might not have happened in physical reality in like linear time yet, but that they are inevitable. So for example, I will take myself in my mind and heart and soul to the end of that day, and I will, even though I'm writing it at the beginning of that day, I will say things as if they've already happened. So I will be grateful for those future possibilities just as much as I'm grateful for the things that apparently have already happened in my past, right? So one of the things that I wrote was, I love that my journey to Coventry has been totally smooth. And of course, at this point, it's like before I've even set off, right? It's like 8 in the morning, I haven't even set off yet. But I write it as if it has happened. I totally feel the energy of this wonderful, totally smooth journey that I've had to Coventry and back. Wonderful, 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 smooth, smooth journey, right? I write a few other things in my love list, a mixture of things that actually have happened in already, things that are in this present moment that I'm feeling, and also things that I'm inviting in for the future. But I write them, I don't even now think about the difference between that. To me, it's all the same. It is literally all the same. So I don't even know a lot of the time whether this is something that hasn't physically, materially manifested yet or not, because I'm just in that energy of like, I love that this, I love this, I love that. Anyway, I write the one about having a totally smooth journey to and from Coventry. And then I just kind of let it float off, right? I don't attach to it. I don't go, oh, now I have to make this work. I have to make sure I have a totally smooth journey. What if I don't? What will that mean? I just fully release it. I write it. It's as if it's already happened, because it has already happened, because I've decided, even though I haven't physically done it in this human 3D reality yet. And then I just kind of release it, and I you know, go about getting ready. I get in my car and I set off. Anyway, what? 30 minutes later, I suddenly find myself at the end of the road, not the end of the literal physical, like, you know, just at the end of the actual road. That is this long piece of road that has like probably 20 speed bumps on it. And I suddenly go, whoa, they've removed all the speed bumps from that road. I go, whoa, oh my gosh. How have they like overnight removed all those speed bumps? That's crazy. And I didn't even notice, like, surely if they'd removed them, there'd be like holes in the ground, or like you'd see where the tarmac had filled them in. Like, no, they haven't removed all the speed bumps. And of course, then I literally, as I think that, I come up to a speed bump, which is literally the last one on the road, like the 20th one on the road. And I then go over the speed bump, and I then look in my rear view mirror and start to realize, no, those speed bumps were there. Those speed bumps have not been physically removed, but I removed them. I, in my consciousness, in my awareness, did not experience those bumps because I had tuned into the smoothness, literally the smoothness of my journey. I had tuned into this beautiful place of inward focus that meant that it just didn't become part of my reality. Like, experiencing those speed bumps no longer was something that was part of my reality. And so I'd managed to drive all the way to the end of the road without any speed bumps. That's all I can say, without any speed bumps, literally. Like, I didn't experience them. I experienced that last one because I suddenly went, hang on, what's just happened here? And then, of course, I experienced it. But there was such power in recognizing, like, does that mean that actually for me there were no speed bumps there? Does that mean that somehow, like, I totally had tuned into being able to completely change my physical reality, so I had got rid of speed bumps? Maybe, who knows? I mean, I totally believe that, like, everything is led from our consciousness. Everything is is coming from consciousness, is coming from mind, and therefore that's completely possible. But even if that's going a bit too far for you or going a bit too far for me, just recognizing that what I definitely have done is I've tuned into a part of myself that did not see or feel or experience those speed bumps, those physical, external speed bumps on that journey. I just didn't. I just didn't experience them because I had become the awareness that didn't involve those in my reality. And so if, like, at the time you'd have been a fly on the wall watching that Jo driving this over the speed bumps, like, maybe she was, but she was just so tuned into smoothness, right? Total smooth journey, totally smooth journey. She was so tuned into smoothness that she was experiencing smoothness. She just couldn't even like feel the vibration of a bump like within her reality, because she was experiencing being tuned into total smoothness. And so I feel like it's just so powerful to remind ourselves that we seriously are the deliberate creators of our reality, right? And I know, like, you might be listening to this and you might truly see and feel that and know that on all levels, and know, like I do, that fundamentally that means that, you know, can I absolutely get rid of speed bumps, like on roads? Yeah, I can. I'm creating it all. I'm creating it all. I've created this whole world, this whole universe, like within here and within here. And so I can actually, when I remember that power and tune into that power, I can deeply change and affect everything around me. But even if that's a step too far for you, or in moments for me, recognizing that, of course, I can change my external reality, my experience of my external reality, by changing my going inwards and changing my internal reality. And so because I chose to go inwards, because I chose before I set off on that journey to really feel the energy, the gratitude, the inevitability of my totally smooth journey, then that's what I experienced in my external reality. And it was fucking magical. Absolutely magical. Just something as simple as that just reminded me how powerful it is to go inwards through my activations and meditations, how powerful it is to go inwards and feel and use that energy of love and that energy of like releasing the idea of linear time. And then using that powerful energy of detachment, not actually going, and now this needs to happen, and now, you know, it means something about me if it doesn't, or all of that. Just being able to be completely in that beautiful, like open, neutral, detached energy around it. And suddenly I'm literally changing the physical world around me. So powerful, right? So powerful. So let me know if you think I'm just totally mad. Always open to that. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if you've had an experience of changing your external physical reality, or you've experienced it differently because you've tuned into something and gone inwards. Let me know any questions you've got about it. Let me know if you want to know more about my love list, and I will describe that in more detail and give you examples. Okay, I hope you are having a beautiful, magical day. And whatever you are doing, just choose right now to take a moment to go inwards, even if just for 60 seconds. Go inwards, breathe, refocus, recenter yourself. Remember the power of you as the deliberate creator of your reality. And then open your eyes to a new reality and create something fucking magical. See you soon.